Hi, this is Zach with another product review from MakeUseOf.com. This week we're taking a look at yet another product from Secretlab. This is the Secretlab Magnus Pro XL gaming desk. It is a sit-to-stand style metal desk that functions as the magnetic centerpiece of a full Secretlab ecosystem. And much like my recently reviewed Titan Evo chair, Secretlab seems really dead set on using magnets to incorporate all of these accessories. And there's certainly a plethora of these attachments to choose from. And Secretlab was kind enough to send me one of each of the available attachments for the Magnus Pro. So stick around to the end of the video. I'll be going over all of the available products in detail, from the aesthetic attachments to the more functional, practical ones. We'll cover them all. So let's get into it. The Magnus Pro series of sit-to-stand style gaming desks come in two sizes, regular and the XL. Secretlab provided me with the XL version, so that's the desk we'll be covering in this review. The dimensions are 70 inches long by 31.5 inches wide, and the desk's height can go as low as 25.5 inches, and it maxes out at 49.2 inches tall. If you watched our review on the Titan Evo chair from Secretlab, you might remember that I was critical of there being a bit too much packaging, which felt really wasteful, and I also pointed out a few anecdotes of people receiving damaged boxes or broken parts. And as this review started, my heart definitely sank when I saw this box. You can see there's a big hole in the middle, and there were footprints all over it. Thankfully though, my desk and none of the components were damaged. The Magnus Pro XL comes in two main boxes and a few simple parts. Because of this, it's really straightforward to build. It's essentially the surface of the desk and the two motorized legs. So it all fits together very intuitively. The manual suggests that assembly should only take about 15 minutes. And I'd say that's about roughly true for the pace that I was at as well. And it also says that it will require at least 2 people. And I would say, especially with this XL version of the desk, that's absolutely necessary. There's no way I was going to be able to lift the surface of this desk onto the legs all by myself. And it's here that you'll see that the XL in the title really does ring true. 70 inches across for a desk is pretty huge. It's about the size of my wingspan. But once all these pieces are together, it's as simple as plugging it in. When facing the desk along the right-hand side, there is a touchscreen control panel. The control panel has a digital display of the desk height and 6 buttons. 2 of these buttons are up and down arrows that raise and lower the height of the desk, while the other 4 are for saving preset heights. I think the digital display and the touchscreen buttons all look great once the desk is lit up, and despite being a touchscreen rather than physical buttons, I haven't really had any issues rubbing up against the control panel or anything like that. These buttons only activate when I've intentionally been trying to. The power cord for the desk plugs neatly into the base of one of the motorized legs. At the top of that very same leg is another available outlet situated inside of the cable management tray, and that works perfectly for a power strip. This cable management tray is capped off by a hinged rear cover that can open and close, and when the tray is covered, there's a roughly 1-inch gap between the back of the desk and the hinged cover that you can feed the wires into. This cable tray situated at the back of the desk is the first feature of the larger cable management ecosystem that I think Secretlab pulls off masterfully with this product. While this tray is nothing more than basically a glorified trough for wires and cables to go into, and I thought that maybe the small gap would bother me or be kind of annoying, it's a simple solution that overcomes a major problem that many other desks, sit to stand or otherwise, still struggle with. And before moving on to the other accessories within the larger cable management ecosystem that Secretlab has going on with the Magnus Pro, I want to talk about the first accessory that comes out of the box and the only one that's included with the desk itself, and that is the Magpad desk mat. The Magpad is Secretlab's desk mat that covers the entirety of the desk's surface up to the cable tray at the back. There are a few different styles of Magpad available to choose from. I got the classic black, but there are also a few options available with branded gaming logos and franchises and esports teams. The Magpad is held down by these 2 magnetic clamps on either side. I really love this thing. Having the entire surface of your desk covered in this sort of material gives the entire thing a high quality premium feeling. So if you were looking at getting just the most basic package for a Magnus XL Pro desk, we've pretty much covered everything that you would get, and it would run you about $1,000. And while that might sound like a lot, this is a very sleek looking, minimalistic, sit to stand metal desk with a huge amount of surface area. And just to recap, You will be getting a Magpad desk mat that covers the entire surface area of the desk, the cable management tray at the back of the desk that, while simple, serves as a really great solution for wire and cable management to always keep your desk looking clean and tidy, and it just has a huge amount of surface area to use for gaming or working or whatever else you'd want to do at a sit-to-stand style desk. So this desk really is an amazing product, and the only hang-up for most people is going to be the price. That does come at a premium, especially when you consider all of the bells and whistles that Secretlab has on offer. So for the rest of this review, I'm basically going to be talking about those and helping you decide which ones might be right for your Magnus Pro desk package. And keep in mind, because it is Secretlab that we're talking about, 4 of the 5 of these all use magnets. First up are these cable anchors. These are super powerful magnets that can stick virtually anywhere on the desk because the whole desk is metal. So they're a great catch-all solution for maybe a keyboard wire or mouse or controller, anything along the surface of the desk. And these magnets are powerful enough that adjusting the placement of a keyboard or a mouse or something like that is not nearly enough to move them around. In addition to the anchors, there are also these cable sheaths. The sheaths are much longer and designed to magnetically adhere to the legs of the desk in case you have any cables or wires that for whatever reason can't be fed into the tray. They blend in perfectly with the black metal of the motorized legs, so they're pretty tough to notice unless you're specifically looking for them. You can purchase the anchors or sheaths separately, or like in my case, Secretlab provided me with a cable management bundle, which also includes a few of these fastening straps. Onto the Magnus monitor arms. Out of all of the available accessories for the Magnus Pro, these would have to be my favorite. The base of the arm mount is a clamp mechanism, and when you open the cable tray and clamp it onto the back of the desk, it fits perfectly. As if that wasn't satisfying enough on its own, inside of each of the arms are 2 more smaller cable sheaths so that you can wire the cables from your monitor down the arms and into the cable tray and keep them all completely out of sight. Something to keep in mind, which you can probably see from this footage, is that you might need a pretty long cable. Standard HDMI cables and display cables are usually 3 to 6 feet long, and on some cases I had difficulty making those fit, but functionally these things are pretty much perfect. The dual arm variant of the Magnus monitor arm system goes for $250. Next is the Mag RGB XL light strip. While the dual monitor arms are my pick for best overall accessory, the Mag RGB XL is a close second. Probably just because I'm a sucker for RGB lights at this point, but this thing just makes the entire desk look that much cooler. Again, this utilizes the cable management tray and magnets. The strip fits perfectly out of sight, hanging upside down inside the tray, and the small gap that you can feed the wires through is more than enough room for the colorful lights to spill through. And I mean, look at this. Once it's in full effect, it looks so cool. The Mag RGB XL is also powered by Nanoleaf and compatible with their smart home app. This strip adds an additional $89 to the total price tag. The Secretlab Premium PC mount is the most intuitive PC mount I have ever had to install. I really love this thing. The only reason I haven't rated it as high as the arms of the lights is because of how large the Magnus XL Pro's surface area is. This desk is really so big that putting a PC on top of the desk really isn't going to cost you that much room, so it's difficult to justify saying that you really need to mount your PC underneath the desk. But if you're willing to spend the extra $89, I would say it's absolutely worth the money. Even though this accessory surprisingly doesn't use any magnets, it takes advantage of the desk's design by easily screwing into the bottom near either one of the motorized legs. The installation of this thing really only took a few minutes. My PC felt super secure inside the mount, and personally, I really do like the appearance of having PCs mounted underneath sit-to-stand desks. So if this one at all appeals to you, then I'd say you really can't go wrong with it. Onto the final accessory, the Secretlab magnetic headphone hanger. And this one is easily the least impressive add-on, but that's not to say that it doesn't have a place on the Magnus XL Pro. It's just that it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a magnetic mount that you can place virtually anywhere on the underside of the desk to hang a pair of gaming headphones on. Gaming headphones are already more of a niche accessory, but if you have a pair and you're using them often, then yeah, I'd say why not go for this thing? It's only an additional $29. The magnet, as with the cable anchors and everything else, is really strong, so you don't have to worry about it going anywhere or falling off, and the visual design of the mount matches the rest of the desk. Very sleek and minimal, so there's really nothing to complain about. So it really just comes down to how important it is for you to have your gaming headphones always within reach of your gaming station. The Magnus XL Pro has everything you could need and just about everything you'd possibly even want for a dynamic work or gaming station. The XL in the title is also well-deserved, but despite being so large, it's still easy to put together. All of the accessories serve a purpose and they all play nicely with each other. It's so easy and intuitive to install each and every one of these, and visually, when it all comes together, it's among Secretlab's most elegant products. Really, the only point of consideration for most people is going to be the equally premium price. As mentioned before, the baseline package that comes with just the Magpad gaming desk mat is roughly $1,000. With all of the other accessories that we just covered, the full price tag comes out to more like $1,500. So there's really no getting around the fact that this comes at an extravagant price. But I will say that the Secretlab Magnus XL Pro is a top of the line product for gaming or otherwise. Thank you so much for watching this product review from MakeUseOf.com. If you found this video to be helpful at all, we'd really appreciate it if you'd leave a like or a comment and subscribe for more weekly product reviews from MakeUseOf.com. I'll catch you in the next one.